Hello and welcome to the first episode of NWR Retro. My name is Ryan Grove, and you may remember me from such great Nintendo World Report content as the 3D Sonic 2 review, which led to some very heated discussion in the comment section. So today I'm going to be kind of kicking off this video series by playing Alpha Mission 2, which is an SNK NEOGEO game that recently released on the Switch eShop. I have tweaked some of the visual settings and I took the screen filters off, basically, and I widened the screen. Other than that, I have left the difficulty settings the same, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm putting in some credits here. I like the A-type controls for this game because so I guess a bit of history is in order about the Alpha Mission series. And the first game was an arcade / Famicom NES shooter. And it released in the arcade, I believe, in 1985. And alright, and the game was very much inspired by Namco's 1982 arcade shooter Xevious, and we have our lasers here, and shooting forward in the traditional top-down shooter manner, but we also have the bombs, kind of adding to the three-dimensional part here. And if you use the Type A controls, you are firing your lasers and bombs with one button at the same time. So every press of the fire button gives you gives you both bombs and lasers. Which is cool because you have, just like in Xevious, you have enemies in the foreground, and oh my god, I'm already used up a continue. Enemies in the foreground and enemies beneath the playing field as well. So this game is, like most games of its ilk, is pretty challenging, especially at the default settings, and I'm definitely no means an expert at this style of vertical shooters, nor do I really have too much familiarity with this game in particular, but I definitely enjoy playing it. Some notable aspects of the game to me are, as you can hear if I actually ever stop talking, the music is pretty great in the game, and just cool, 90s shooter synth stuff. I really enjoy the music, and because it was on the NeoGeo hardware, it's got pretty great sound channels and all that happening, so it sounds pretty full and bumping. I also really just like, again, another huge benefit of the hardware is the ultra detailed and I think pretty gorgeous still sprites. And this game, I think I think released in like 1991, 1990 maybe. Like it was definitely early 90s. And I mean, you think about what was coming out at the time on like the other consoles. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm like blowing through continues here. I should have put it maybe to easier difficulty settings, but this is the authentic arcade experience, I guess. But yeah, you think of like shooters on other consoles at this time. You had like Gradius 3 launching on SNES, which is it's a pretty good game. It's pretty decent looking. I think it still looks good, but it also has like a lot of slowdown and that sort of thing. But again, that's a horizontal shooter. Same thing over on Genesis. Like you had, probably be Thunder Force 3 maybe, which is like a gorgeous, amazing game. But none of the sprites are quite this. And so as you can see here, I just equipped a better weapon. And that is the laser. And then as you can see, it, I'm doing some more damage here. But there was that meter on the side of the screen, and that was kind of like a life/usage meter, which is something that kind of comes hand in hand with these special weapons that you pick up. So it's a pretty cool mechanic. It actually took me a hot minute to kind of wrap my head around, but once I got it, it's pretty cool. Oh, and so this is something else that kind of differentiates this from its kind of contemporaries, is it has a very like Fantasy Zone-esque like shopping mechanic to it. I'm not buying anything there. Maybe I should have, because I probably lose my money after I lose my continues. But yeah, I think that's a pretty cool mechanic. At the end of the stage, you can all the G that you amassed. I'm not sure what the in-universe lore is for that. If it's gold, if it's gil, or if it's something else. But yeah, whatever the currency you've amassed, you can spend it at the end of the level, which is that's pretty cool. So this is the level we saw in kind of like the demo reel, the attract mode, if you will. But yeah, I love how like intensely detailed the sprites in this game are, and just the huge mechanical monstrosities that the art team has designed for this game. It's pretty incredible for an early 90s shooter. Yeah, so this game is like super hard. It's definitely like a quarter muncher. If you know that phrase, if you grew up during the arcade days, this was one that would definitely send you back to Dad for another roll of quarters at the old Aladdin's Castle. But I suppose it's also I don't know. I don't know how this game is really perceived in like the hardcore like shooter scenes. I don't know if this is one that people really strive to get like a good 1 credit clear on. I'm not sure. Like I don't feel like this game gets very much love out there, but it's super solid. I actually really enjoy it, and it's it's definitely more enjoyable because I'm playing with infinite continues on this Arcade Archives version here. But if you're not familiar with what the Arcade Archives versions of games kind of get you, whether it be on like Switch or Xbox One or PS4 or whatever, they're pretty great. It's not quite like the M2 Sega 3D Classics. It's not quite that treatment, but it's pretty dang close. You're getting really like just incredible emulation for one. And then you have a ton of different difficulty and visual tweaks that you can do. There's a lot of cool like leaderboard, caravan mode, high score mode, stuff like that, where you can't tweak anything, but you can kind of compete against your peers and the internet at large, which I think is really awesome. And that was always like my one singular complaint about the Sega 3D Classics games, is I thought it would be awesome if stuff like Fantasy Zone and Outrun, if they had like a special like competitive leaderboard mode where you could compete against friends and stuff who have the game. I always really wanted that, and it never happened, but you get that here, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, just like look at this gorgeous like pixel art here. Like it's incredible, like the detail, and there's not really any noticeable slowdown or anything. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like one of those quintessential NEOGEO experiences, I think. Just like gorgeous pixel art and super, super high challenge. But, like I said, like I'm not very good at this game. I haven't really played it much. But I think it is a game that it would be like possible to get good at, because it's not like too fast. It's not like a total bullet hell. I think it would be possible to like memorize some of the enemy patterns, and if you had like really quick reflexes, it's again not like so overwhelming and fast. It's not like a cave game or something where it's just your brain doesn't even process what's going on. So yeah, I think with ample time and effort, it would be possible to get good at this. But yeah, these arcade archives are just awesome, and if you grew up during the arcade era, there is something incredibly satisfying about just being able to press the L1 button and put a fake credit into the machine. Just that sound, and makes you feel like a rich man. Just pumping those credits in there. This music is so good. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't playing right now, I would definitely be drumming that breakdown there. This is very much a shooter boss right here. You know, the dude on the tracks. The laser train. Yeah, like I'm dying a lot on these default settings, but I did play the game a bit earlier on, like, really dropping down all of the different you know, the difficulty modifiers, and I was able to do much better than this, because this isn't very good. This is not very good at video games happening right here, but that's okay. I'm having fun, so that's really how you win every game. That's the ultimate tip for video games. Looks so awesome. Skill points. Okay, that's what it's called. So yeah, I can buy one thing. Cool. Laser replenish. Yeah, it's green and blue. So, alright. So I think I'm going to actually wrap up this this video here. Thank you for tuning in to this kind of inaugural episode of NWR Retro. I'm super happy to be doing this, you know, with my friends over at Nintendo World Report. So yeah, check out all the other great content, the news, the reviews, the lots of content if you are a Patreon subscriber. The Wii Under years, that's happening. Yeah, I mean, the Pokemon Generations debate went down. Lots of great stuff over there, you know. Definitely go help support the site on Patreon, or just reading and, you know, following people on Twitter and everything. It's a really exciting time to be a Nintendo fan, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. So if you want to find me on Twitter, you can at Brawndwarf, BRAWNDWARF. So thank you again for tuning in, and we will catch you next time. Goodbye.